The NBA trade deadline has come and gone in 2024, but for the Sixers, for what should have been a big deadline, it was sort of underwhelming. It got off to a great start, though, as they traded for Buddy Hield from the Pacers, giving up Marcus Morris Sr., Furkan Korkmaz, and 3 second-round picks for the 31-year-old, who is on his last year of a 4-year, $94 million contract and is set to receive $18 million for the rest of the season. The sharpshooter averages 12.2 points per game on 6.9 three-point attempts, making him a 38% shooter from three. Hield is 8th in the NBA this season in three-point attempts per 36 minutes, whereas his new team in the Sixers is last in three-point frequency. Hield is a 40% three-point shooter in his career. The Sixers need both the accuracy and volume Hield can provide. Hield's ability to put the ball on the floor and his defense is questionable, however. While he has improved throughout his NBA career in those aspects, it is difficult to know if he will be playoff viable in those roles for the Sixers. Landing Hield also concerns me about DeAnthony Melton's health going forward. Melton has started 91 games for the Sixers over the last 2 seasons, but has missed time with 2 separate back issues, dealing with lumbar spine soreness at the moment, and has missed his 16th game of the last 18 Wednesday night. Whether Hield slides into the starting lineup or comes off the bench, he should be a beneficial addition to Nick Nurse's rotation. After that trade, however, things kind of went off the rails for the Sixers, as they traded Daniel House Jr. and a 2024 second-round pick via the Knicks to the Detroit Pistons. Adrian Wojnarowski reported that the deal gives the Sixers the salary cap cushion to sign buyout players post-deadline, including the possibility of Charlotte's Kyle Lowry should he become available in a contract buyout. House, who exercised his $4.3 million player option this summer, played 14.6 minutes per game over his year and a half with the Sixers and averaged 4.6 points and 1.7 rebounds. This didn't seem that bad, but the next one really was a head-scratcher, an eye-roller, eye-opener, as Patrick Beverley is a Milwaukee Buck. The Sixers sent Patrick Beverley to the Milwaukee Bucks for Cameron Payne and a 2027 second-round pick. The 35-year-old Pat Bev signed a 1-year minimum salary contract with the Sixers this past offseason. Beverley's personality fit perfectly in Philadelphia, as he left it all out on the floor every single night. The 29-year-old Payne is a 6'3" lefty point guard who played 42 playoff games over the past 3 seasons with the Phoenix Suns. He signed a 1-year minimum deal to join Milwaukee this past offseason, where his playing time decreased to just 14.9 minutes per game. Payne should be an upgrade over Beverley in the long-distance shooting department. The best-case scenario with Payne on the Sixers is that he is comfortable running the offense when Maxey takes a break, and that he can hold his own defensively, push the pace, and make some catch-and-shoot threes. Still, losing Beverley's toughness hurts. And it hurt even more to hear after the trade what he said on his podcast, claiming that Daryl Morey promised him that he would not be traded.
So we playing in Denver, and I hit Daryl Morey with the, "Hey, I'm getting traded." You know. No, not you. No, of course not.
So he's a liar.
What you got to think? You feel me? Like, it's probably a bigger move that's about to happen. The uncertainty if, you want to win right now. A player like me, I want to win right now. So, and I get a chance to be with Doc, too. And my coach, Rex. Ooh, it's lit. It's lit. It's lit. I can't wait.
If this turns out to be true, this is now the second time Morey has lied to a player and broke a promise. The first time was James Harden, and now with Pat Bev. I don't hate the return the Sixers got. I think Payne does have the possibility to be good on the Sixers team, but losing Beverley really stinks. You don't get a guy in Philadelphia that often like Patrick Beverley. The final trade the Sixers made on Thursday's deadline was also a head-scratcher, as they just beat the 3 o'clock deadline by trading Jaden Springer to the Boston Celtics for the more favorable of New Orleans and Chicago's second-round pick in the upcoming 2024 NBA draft. A pick that is currently projected to land at 41st overall. Springer excelled in his first start of the season Wednesday night in a loss to the Warriors, and he has quickly proven to be a tremendous defensive player, locking up Luka Doncic and playing tight D on Steph Curry the past 2 games. The third-year guard must become a better offensive player to be a viable rotation piece in the long term, but the Celtics have a history of developing players who are similarly gifted athletically to Springer. Springer had a huge upside and really looked like he could have been special on the Sixers team, but they dealt him to Boston. That was the final deal the Sixers made before the deadline. They acquired Buddy Hield, Cameron Payne, and 2 second-round picks, while they traded away Marcus Morris, Furkan Korkmaz, Pat Bev, Jaden Springer, Daniel House Jr., and 4 second-round picks. The Sixers traded both Pat Bev and Springer to their 2 division rivals in the Milwaukee Bucks and Boston Celtics respectively. The Hield trade in the morning was a positive start to deadline day, and then seemingly all of a sudden, the Sixers became sellers, and they failed to get a big, which they needed to fill in for Embiid over the next month or so while he is injured. A weird deadline from the Sixers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe as well, turn on that bell, and make sure to go to phillysportsports.com to see if the Sixers sign any buyout players, as we will have all updates on there. Thank you to SeatGeek and Foco for sponsoring Philly Sports Sports. Go save $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase, or save 10% off any Foco purchase with the links down in the description.